How to mix ochres, browns and greys. Looking at a simple colour wheel, these colours are absent, so we'll take a look at their colour components to help familiarise ourselves with these essential animal colours. As animal artists, often our most used colours are the umbers, siennas, ochres, the greys. We're going to look at where these colours fit in because they're not on the colour wheel. So they are really a combination of the three primaries. So I'm going to now use those three primaries, and these in polychromos is ultramarine, pale geranium lake and cad yellow. And I'm going to mix these three primaries in an order and see how close we can get to the manufactured colour. So I'm going to start with burnt umber. Now I look at it on the colour wheel and it's hovering around this range here. So I'm going to start with a blue because I'm seeing it more as a violet, on the violet side of the spectrum. So I'm going to start with an even layer of blue, and this is just medium pressure. Nice even layer there. Make it a violet. About the same pressure for this red. Nice and even. I'm going to technically use its complement of yellow just to grey that off a bit. We start to get a nice colour change there. So we'll just, it's heading in the right direction. Just got to get a little bit darker, so I'll go over it again with the blue. Again at about a medium pressure. It's starting to get more to the value that we want. A bit more red. I think we're getting pretty close there. Just go over with a tiny little bit of yellow. Yeah, I'd have to say that's pretty close. So now we'll move on to the burnt sienna. I see it as a sort of more a dark orange, so we're looking around this area here, but again it's darker and cooler than the orange. So we're going to start with medium pressure with a red, nice even layer down. And I'm just going to make that a dark orange. Our yellow one. As you can see, it's far too warm, so we're going to add the complement of the blue. And this is going to cool it down and darken it. So we're on getting a right value, we just haven't got the right colour at the moment. So I'm going to add a bit more red, just a light layer of red. A little bit more yellow, just to get back that orange. And just go over it with the blue again, just lightly. That's not perfect, but it's pretty close without messing around too much. Okay, so now we go to raw umber. And this is kind of a tricky one. We're up here, sort of again in this yellow range, but it's just a dull yellow. So what that's telling me is it's, I'm going to start with a yellow base, just lightly, very light base of yellow. I'm going to actually put blue over it next and turn it green. Nice even layer. You just can see that's not so even just there. Let's get that nice and even. Not too heavy with the yellow because it's quite creamy. Pop our blue back over. Continue, make a soft green. As you can see, the value's not there yet. Mixing, just get that a bit more even. So green and red makes a brown. We're getting closer to the tone, a little bit closer to the colour. Still too yellow, but it's on the right track. So I'm going to just add another light layer of yellow, do those 3 layers again, just a little bit more, get a bit more evenness there. Too red. Just go back over with the blue. There we go. It's getting very close. As you can see there, we've got our own raw umber. And now for the yellow ochre. Again, it's in this range of yellows here, but it is duller and cooler than our yellow here. So we start with our yellow, and again a nice even layer. And we're going to make it orange by just adding a light layer, because this is quite a light colour. We don't want to go too dark. Just a nice soft layer of the red. Get a nice sort of orange. But again, it's a bit warm and vibrant with the yellow ochre. So to tone that down, we use the complement of blue, just very lightly. Just going to go over it gently. And that cools it and darkens it down. And it's getting a little bit close, but just need a bit more red in there. It's looking a bit grey. Just pop a bit more red over it. I'm going to go lightly because we want to keep that same tone. This is very quick, but you can see we're going to get the how close we can get with those 3 primaries. It's very interesting to understand what our colour mixes are, and it really helps us with our colour selection and our colour knowledge. And now to match a mid-tone grey with our 3 primaries, I'll start with the blue, just a light even layer. And a light covering of red, just to make a nice violet. And to grey that off, we use its complement of yellow. You can see there that has really greyed that off. Just go over with another coat of blue to get a little bit closer to the value. It's probably just a tiny bit. Just go over with blue again. It's just getting a fraction darker, but it's pretty close. So it gives you an idea of how to mix a grey. After watching that simplified demonstration of using 3 primary colours, you can see how to mix ochres, browns and greys.